Hello guys, Not Ways here, and it's actually a response to Patty and his punk on GameStop lying on customers. So of course, it's GameStop. Everybody knows the history of GameStop, good, bad, whatever. People experience bad things, good things. It's subjective to some extent. I go to GameStop to a little bad thing, but mostly good thing for me. Maybe the employees there are just nice, or I just know what I'm doing. Who knows? So basically, the topic here that Pat was talking about was that apparently employees are now lying to customer about not having new game. You can only get it pre-orders or not pre-orders, pre-owned. They can't do pre-orders just because they gotta meet the quotas. No surprise really there. And yeah, oh my gosh, like the quota thing. Oh boy, the only reason why I cannot be doing the deal with that is sad to say is I know friends who works at retail, whether it's GameStop, Macy's, Nordstrom, Sears, etc., etc., and yes, for some company I could be wrong, but I mean, yeah, I don't want to sound like I'm exposed, or like this is an exposed video because for one thing is I hear something about a scoop, never worked in a retail store, but like I said, I knew friends who have, and they would tell stories about it, like a lot of unethical thing they do or they have to do, the things that they have, like some employees do just to quote unquote keep their job. I know it's like the question really is it bad to work at these type of places? I don't know. It's just some of my friends were basically telling me that it's like it's not bad, but it's not good. But at least I get paid and I get able to put food on the table. Yeah. The first thing really is that you heard me say like, oh, like, the GameStop employees are lying to their customer. Well, if you know your business rule 101, I'm surprised when people how can company get away with it is that you're not really supposed to lie to your customer no matter what. You gotta be transparent. You can twist word around, I know, but you can never ever lie to them straight out. It's like if you have a certain item and you say no, even if you do, that's bad. That's considered illegal. It's not just unethical; it's illegal. But a lot of time, companies, when they're stuck in the corner, when push comes to shove, they're gonna use a cheat card and trying to get out of jail card. By easy lying to do whatever it takes to make a profit to keep their job. Yes, one of the problem is that is like I said, there are some company that you have to follow. You have to do quota. That if you just stand there and you're not selling anything, I mean you're maintaining the store. Push come to shove, they see that sale and you're not making it. Like they said, they probably gonna fire you. He said, right, of course not. But again, to some extent, like that's not illegal. Lying to your customers is illegal in business. Not able to do your quota, getting fired for that is not really illegal. It's because it's within the policy. It's just that you cannot be lying to your customer. You gotta be transparent. Keyword, excuse me. You don't screw the customer. But sometimes a lot of these people, they're like back in the corner so much, they're so desperate, they gotta do what they gotta do. Company gotta do whatever it takes, the employee gotta do what it takes. I mean, why is it that they gotta do quota? That's not right. Ugh. Well, like I said, I'm not much of a business expert, but I heard from friends that because gotta make a profit. You can't really buy stuff because the thing is, like GameStop, Best Buy, those stores, let's go GameStop. They bought like a box of Resident Evil 7. That's not the company giving them Resident Evil 7. They paid for those orders. And if they don't make sales of that, then you can idea what's going on. Again, but I don't think that lying's a good thing. Kind of like what Pat said, maybe why not good. You know, if they do something good, you should reward them. Why are you not? Well, the other part basically also, and this is what is interesting. The lying part is on GameStop. Apparently, they're lying to employee or to customer. Oh, we don't have any new one. We only have pre-orders, and like what Pat said, it kind of makes sense. Is they make more money in pre-orders than on new ones. I can understand that because a new game has a stock MSRP price. I mean, a retail can actually raise it or lower it to some extent, but to some also extent, they have to have an agreement or the okay with the company. So, like an example, I used to remember GameStop used to do this in the past, way in the past, like in 2000 is they'll put it like the one I remember, the Final Fantasy Anthology, which is comes with 5 and 6 for the PlayStation. It's the MSRP is $40, but in GameStop they'll raise it $5 more. Again, that's legal? Not really, because as Reggie said, MSRP meaning manufacturer suggested retail price. The key word there, suggestive or suggestion. I mean, a retail can lower it or higher the price if they'll make them profits. And if it gives but they have to have an okay with the company. And of course, the company's not going to say, yeah. The downside is say, well, why am I going to go to GameStop and buy this for $40 or $45 if I can go to a Best Buy and get it for 40, save $5? You know, there's an option down there. And to some extent, you have to be okay with new stuff. Pre-orders are not new, so they're not regulated. I mean, the case in example with Alpha Magazine with Xenoblade Chronicles, they made very limited edition, and then a year later, I guess there was some other company who basically reproduced them, new ones, but classified them as used because again, in use you can raise the price to whatever 60, 70 because you could say, well, they're not really manufactured by the company, like Nintendo's not making them, which is sadly to say that's true. You kind of get away with it, so that's why they prefer pre-order to new. And according to what Pat said, and some people even in the comment were saying, and the reason why sometimes the games employee when push contest have to lie, like I said, using a get out of jail card, is quota. They don't meet their quota, and the upper management say, or the district manager say, "Wow, this is not good. They're not seeing good sale in that particular store." And then the corporate say, "We don't like that." Then the only thing to teach them a lesson is you fire them. Like, well, and a lot of time they're saying is, oh, well, because new games are not meeting their quotas. Again, I mean, it's gonna suck. It is sucking, I'm gonna say that. So, I mean, well, like I said, I heard about this stuff from friends, multiple friends of mine. They're like, yeah, it's like, it really sucks. Is it a bad place to work? Again, it is subjective because I got other friends who basically say the opposite thing. Have I ever been screwed in a GameStop? Maybe once or twice, but surprisingly, it was rectified. So, I mean, there's a little bit of sunshine, but again, GameStop, you know, hey, they're not really good for being honesty. I'm just surprised. Maybe the employees I work with, I made good relationship with them. They gave me hookups, sort of. But yeah, I mean, kind of messed up. Honestly, that's messed up. But like I said, I don't understand about the pre-orders. Why do I was saying pre-owned, not pre-ordered? Pre-owned stuff because I used to remember every time I buy something new, they keep harassing me. Hey, you know, you want to buy this? You know, it's rare. Even if it's used, it's rare. I'm like, no, I don't. Come on, come on. I used to even remember a long time ago when I had a PS2 in 2003. I just had to buy me a DVD player for the PS2. You know, sweet. I mean, you don't really need to. You can use a controller, but you know, it's cool. It's cool. And I wanted to buy a new one, and this employee keeps saying, "Oh, you sure you don't want this pre-owned one? It's cheaper. You know, it still works." And no, I just want new. I want to pay the full price. No, you sure? And then she keeps bugging me, and I was just chilling there because I don't really care. But if I were a jerk, and I would say, "Lady, I already want this. Quit harassing me. Why are you pissing me off?" But again, sometimes I'm like, yeah, whatever, because I kind of understand where they're coming from. because they make money in pre-owned versus new. Because because I mean, it's a weird thing. Like I said, because when pre-owned, it doesn't really attach to a company. That item when it's new, then it is kind of sucky there. But yeah, they always bug you with a lot of stupidity stuff. And I used to remember even some employees, some time ago too, is that I used to remember now I know I kept saying pre-order because they used to be a part when, oh my god, they'll even make a smart ass mark. Yeah, excuse the language. Like, oh, I couldn't get the game. Okay, well, should have pre-ordered. Like, wow, like, and I even talked to some people, even in like forum, like, our games employee are a bunch of jerks because they're being smart asses about, oh, you should pre-order this, pre-order that. Like, wow, and it's not because some people have said, they admitted it, that because they were being not even encouraged, they're being told to always make them pre-order stuff because again, it helps the company. And another one I used to remember, Gutted Games. That you're selling a game that's already open with no plastic at full price, like being sealed. Like then, and there is such thing, believe it or not, they call it a Gutted Game discount or display discount. But another former employee, I read this in an article a long time ago. Yep, said yes, it does exist, but they were told that they were encouraged not to mention it to them. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like it does exist, but only the manager, the district manager, knows and quote unquote have control or access or that excuse me, that any employees there, they can't do it. I used to remember, like, I never heard of it. Like, wow, seriously? Like, they do exist, but they don't tell the employees. They were encouraged not to. Again, it's a corporate. And the old saying goes, and it sucks, but something's happened. As long as it's not illegal, it doesn't matter if it's unethical. As long as it's not illegal. It may be unethical, but it's not illegal. Yeah, and then last thing about this lying that I heard about it also is I listened to Razorfist, one of his podcasts. Yeah, Razorfist, popular guy, good friend of Ace Leo too, sort of Alpha Magazine. Yeah, anyway, he told a story when he was working at GameStop during the release of the Wii, November 2006. And the history of the Wii. It sold like hotcake because a lot of people, gamer and non-gamer alike, bought it. And there was a point a week prior to Black Friday, he told a story that he was told by a manager to lie to consumers that they don't have any Wiis, like even if they had boxes of Wiis. Wow. They were told to tell them not to say, oh, we have Wiis, because they want to save that on Black Friday. And then if someone get caught, well, they can get in trouble. Like, wow. Again, the part of aspect line, that's illegal. But sometimes companies are going to say, whatever. Because, I mean, you can probably just, complain that or file that report to a BBB, the Better Business Bureau. So I don't know if they're still doing that. But again, lying, again, in the business, very, very illegal. And again, like you said, it's GameStop an evil corporate. Well, all corporate, you can say, it's evil. It's survival of the fittest. You gotta make profit whatever you can, or well, you're gonna disappear. That's all I can say. All right. So with that, thanks for listening.